That was the year when I invited the Native Americans to lead the procession. So we featured their moccasins as a first night poster. So there were all kinds of ideas like this. They were great. Oh yes, for sure I would go. I think you shouldn't stop these conversations. The only solution is by talking, by having a grudge or keeping it to yourself and wishing it would disappear is not a solution. There is a huge big diaspora in the States. Those Armenians who stayed in Turkey, I guess they stayed by choice. They are totally assimilated. They speak Turkish, and they've learned how to live within Turkey. Some of them, you wouldn't know they are Armenians. Whereas the ones who came here, they are either grandchildren or children of the diaspora people who grew up with the feeling that Turks are mean and Turks did this or that. My own father fought in the First World War, and he switched from the Ottoman army to the Republic Army and fought at two fronts during the Independence War. And I have his medal in my Istanbul apartment. But he never spoke about it. I mean, it was like, I wish, with my so-called progressive mind, I wish I could talk to him now. But as I was growing up, these were never discussed. What he fought or why he fought. This is a first night poster with images in the procession. At first, I came as a student with no knowledge of history or a slanted knowledge of history from the Turkish perspective. So, whenever I have an opportunity, I go and I hear it myself. I see it. So I certainly know more now than I did when I was living in Turkey. Speaking about eye-opener, this is not what you've learned in history books. What happened was Germany in the 19th century, when they were looking to expand, they needed more room for planting crops, whatever. They began coming to Africa, and Namibia became a choice spot for them. And at that time, in Africa, Namibians resisted, and Germans did not like this, so they began just slaughtering them, literally, in massive ways. And even Germans themselves don't know this. I have a German friend, and when I write about my travels, I write it as I see it, as I learn it. She read it and then couldn't believe it. And she said, I'll look into it. I need to buy some books. It's not just 19th century. We're in the 21st century, and massacres are still happening. And several hundred years from now, people will read about chemical suicide or genocide, whatever, you know. I think once Turkey gets over its own problems, political problems, it will hopefully emerge as a freer society. They keep saying this is democracy at work now because, you know, people are voting and whoever gets the more votes gets elected. And even rural people have a voice and they like it, etc., etc. But the means of getting there are not quite democratic, in my opinion. But that will, I think, sort itself out. I'm optimistic.